Assalamu alaikum. I hope you are all doing good. Today we are going to do our reading test. This is our reading test 3, and this is for those students who are doing LanguageCert level B2. This is the first part, and in this part we have given some instructions. Read the text and questions. Choose the correct answer for each question. Here is written a passage: March of the Penguins, film review, and we need to locate the answers from this passage. We have 6 questions on the other side. We will read questions one by one and then we will locate the answers. Here are the questions. I show you how many are these. Yes, these are the 6 questions. Zoom in and this will help you to read easily. The first question is, at the beginning of the cycle, the penguins, what they were doing, travel along the coast, go to their birthplace, search for a new home. Which option is correct? We will read the passage and then we can understand which option is best or which is the correct option. At the beginning of the cycle, the penguins travel along the coast. They travel along the coast or go to their birthplace or search for new home. Now, we will read it from here. It's not hard to see why March of the Penguins has been a surprise box office smash. After all, who doesn't love to look at penguins? However, the filmmakers missed several opportunities to make this something really special. There is nothing related to that question. Now we will read further. Directed by Frenchman Luc Loose Jacket and narrated in the US version by Morgan Freeman, the film took over a year to make and was filmed in extremely harsh conditions in Antarctica. It was then edited down from our 120 hours of the footage to viewer-friendly 85 minutes. It charts the annual cycle. Now, here we can find the answer. It charts the annual cycle of the emperor penguin of the Antarctica, beginning with their 70-mile march from the sea to their mating grounds, the bleak, uninhabited area where their life began. Yes, where the life began. It is not begin, where the life began. It is the second form of the verb. So at the beginning of the cycle, the penguins travel along the coast. No, that is not the answer. B, go to their birthplace. Yes, this is the answer. Answer B, go to their birthplace because their lives began there. So that was their birthplace. Question 2. After the females lay their eggs, they dash. When they laid their eggs, what did they do? Keep them warm, go back to their home, return to the sea to feed. What they did? So we will read further. They walk in single file, enduring winds of up to 100 miles per hour and sub-zero temperatures. When they finally reached at mating grounds, they undergo a series of elaborate rituals before mating. We did not find answer here. Now we need to read it further. Once the egg is laid, here we can find the answer. Once the egg is laid, the female penguins go back to the sea where they swim around, eating and having a great time whilst the males are left. Now, what female did? The egg is laid, the female penguin go back to the sea where they swim around and eating. So, the answer would be to go back, return to the sea to feed. C is the right answer because they go there, they swim and they feed their children and themselves. Our third question is, after the chicks are born, the males. Now, they're talking about males. After the chicks are born, Take them to the sea to feed them. Spend 2 months in the sea. Bring food to them from the sea. What they do. So we will read it further. Having a great time whilst the males are left to hatch the eggs. After 2 months, here we will find the answer from here where they are talking about males. Whilst the males are left to hatch the eggs, after 2 months, the eggs hatch and the female return with food, at which point the males begin the constant trek to the constant trek. It means a long journey to sea and back in order to gather enough food. What male do? They gather enough food. It means they bring food for them to keep the penguin chicks in the style to which they have become accustomed. So, our options are take them to sea to feed them. No, they don't take them. Spend 2 months in the sea. They don't spend 2 months. Bring food them from the sea. They just bring food for them. So our answer is option C. C is our answer. Question 4 is the film suffers from. The film suffers from a poor choice of narrator, an over emotional script, or insufficient material, visual material. What it suffers from. So the savage beauty of the Antarctica as well as the details of the penguins' feathers are all captured by the fantastic photography. The main problem is the constant human-centered approach to the narration, and Morgan Freeman is never given the chance to miss jerking tears. Jerking tears means there is emotional things, and the answer begins from here. The main problem. This is the main problem in the narration. The main problem is in the constant human-centered approach to the narration, and Morgan Freeman is never given the chance to miss the jerking tears. This is the first time the father has broken his bond with the chicks. It's not easy thing to do, right? So there is the emotional thing that is not good for this film. So the film suffers from a poor choice of narration. No, the choice is good. An emotional script. This is emotional script. That's why this film suffer from it. Otherwise, everything was good, but emotional thing was uh, that made film suffer. Question 5. In order to appeal to children, the filmmakers have to make it for children also. What the filmmaker did. So, cut the less pleasant images, change the story of the film, reduce the length of the film. What did he do? How do we know? Did Jacket interview the daddy penguins? In the truth, the images are striking enough on their own. Secondly, it's been horribly sanitized with all the real bits, notably deaths and mating process, removed to make it safely suitable for young children. To make it suitable for children, what they did, they removed some scenes, some mating process scene, nude scenes, or other things that were not related to children, that were not good for children. So they removed from the film so that children also can watch it. So our first option is cut the less pleasant images. This is the answer. So answer A is the right answer. Question 6 is, in a nutshell, the viewer's opinion is that the film is. What viewers think about this film? Worth seeing despite the narration, visually stunning and well narrated, fun for kids, but adults will hate it. What they think? No, we will see it here. Freeman also glosses over the deaths of the tired penguins who can't endure the journey. They don't die, they disappear or fade away. In short, much of the penguin is undeniable, spectacular to look at, but it doesn't amount to much more than 85 minutes of, oh, look at the cute penguins. Kids will love it, and it's still worth watching it yourself for the astonishing images. It is good, but it is not, the narration is not good, it has good imagery, everything, but narration is not well. Worth seeing despite the narration. Option A is the right option, but we will look at the other option as visually stunning, well narrated, not well narrated, fine for the kids, but adults will hate it. No. So option A is the right option. Worth seeing despite the narration. Narration is not good, but it has the good imaginary. But it has good imagery, so it is worth seeing. These are the answers for our questions, or how we locate these answers. I hope you have learned it, how to do this task. Inshallah, in the next video, we will meet again with the new passage or with new reading part, and we will try to learn together about language cert reading test B2 level. I will meet you in the next video. Allah Hafiz.